We begin by opening the program and choosing our resolution, frames per second rate, and number of frames. We won't need 240, 76 should suffice. We'll start with a reference line using the ruler tool, along with a red circle to represent our ball. To regain our red color, use the key command Alt to bring up the color picker. With our first keyframe introducing the ball at top left, we need to create a keyframe containing the ball at the bottom of its travel as it makes contact with the ground. The top and bottom frames are called posts, as they represent the extremes of the ball's travel. It is important to show the ball in a squash position, as this represents the energy reaction of the bounce. We use a prepared reference to create and situate a frame midway between the posts. We only need to duplicate the first frame by clicking on the Duplicate button. We choose a midway point to move it to using the Move tool. Key command V. The reason we see opaque versions of the frames which come before and after the current frame is because we are using the onion skinning tool located at the bottom right. We are set at 2 places, although we could have as many as 10. The ball travels more slowly at the apex of its travel. To indicate this, we place the balls in those frames closer together. As the ball descends, it gains speed, so we indicate this new velocity by increasing the gap between balls in these frames. Save time by duplicating frames where allowed. As the ball nears the ground, we exaggerate its speed by stretching the ball out like a watermelon, bulleting towards the ground. We also use the stretch to indicate the kinetic energy of the ball is holding as it bounces away from the ground. Of course, the ball is losing energy, which means that with each bounce, it loses height. The stretch and squash should also become less pronounced with each bounce. Try to run the animation from time to time to test it, then fix any mistakes. Now, while the majority of animation we view nowadays is rendered digitally, classic cell animation remains the basic teaching structure of even the most advanced of animation schools. While high school students can learn the basics with programs such as Adobe Flash, the versatile sketching and painting program Autodesk Sketchbook Pro offers an intuitive feature called Flipbook, which is the one we're using. By demonstrating the animation of a bouncing ball, I'm hoping to show just one of many of the features this program provides to high school media design instructors. We introduced the second reference line here on the background layer to give us a consistent ground point. At this point, I would challenge students to come up with a better way to provide this animation with a sense of depth. Keep testing and keep checking.